Hey, what's up YouTube? Lightsaber Samurai here, back again for another video, and I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how you can get this baller setup right here, and you can do it for about $100 or less. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Okay, so like I said in my last video, man, I'm in podcast mode. I'm trying to work out the kinks on how I can start doing a little podcast. I don't think it's going to be anything serious. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But I was inspired by a setup like this from watching one of my new favorite YouTubers, that is Potato Jet, and I'll leave links in the description below for his channels. It's super awesome. As a vlogger, a filmmaker in Hollywood, and again, someone else I look for in inspiration as I dive more into photography and videography. But he's kind of got a setup like this. I will be purchasing something a lot closer to what he's got in the future because I just like that, but it'll be one of my many backdrops here in the game room, so I can do a multitude, how do you say that? Multitude, yes, multitude of videos here in the game room, so I can do sit down videos. Maybe this will be a good backdrop for, like I said, my podcast, or if I'm reviewing a product or something like that. Then of course I've got my PlayStation corner. I've got my collage of a bunch of different video games where I can do sit down videos there. I've got my shelves, so I can do the traditional game room, do a video in front of your shelf thing going on. And so I got a bunch of different facets. The TVs with the LED lights behind it, kind of more of what you would see in like a PC gamer's game room, so I can kind of give that more technological type of look and aesthetic to the channel. And so I'm very big on that. I don't want to film in front of the same background over and over and over again, so that's partially why I did this setup. So I'm gonna flip over to the T5i, which I haven't sold yet, and we'll do some vlogging on that, and I'll kind of show you this setup, because while this looks pretty good, this setup is super ghetto. So let's get into it. Okay, so are you ready to see this super duper setup? I don't think you are. Let's talk about like how I got all this cool black background here. This is just a piece of vinyl that I found. Yep, look how tiny it is. I'll zoom out so you can see it. Oh, look at that, just a tiny sheet of cloth that I found at a camera shop. And it's crazy because Moeller's, the camera shop where I frequent, he actually gave me he offered me to take all of he had a bag full of junk in it. Most of it was useless, but one of the cool things I got was this nice piece of vinyl, and I thought, hey, I could probably maybe use that to muffle some sound in the future. But then I started watching Potato Jet's video, and I got the idea of hanging that up there, and it's not hung on anything. It's just my curtains out to the backyard here, and it's on a pole, so I just threw it up there. It looks pretty good, and it stays so long as I don't crash into it too much. But that's not the best part. The best part is the stand and everything else that I've got this sitting on. So okay, I'm at 1600 because this is gonna be alright, this is crazy. Also, if you see, I'm trying to maneuver the camera so you don't see my junky game room. So if you see my junky game room, don't pay attention to said junky game room. Here we go. So to get that shot, you want to find a table that's waist high. It's going up for me. Going up to my belly button would be fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't have a table like that. I do have a coffee table and some other things, and so the idea was, well, let me see what I can stack on top of each other so it's not super janky and it's somewhat steady and it's not going to fall over. So without further ado, here we go. So, but yeah, old coffee table. This cubicle shelf, this belongs to my brother. I just haven't brought it back to his house yet. But stacked it on top of that. That got my table waist high. My table, in quotation, so to speak, it's waist high. Moving up, that is a crate, yes, of green beans that I've attached that I put the mic on top of, and so that's giving me that cool just mic barely in the shot footage, and I like that a lot. So coming around to this side again, don't look at my game room, it's junky, and that's Facebook. So what is the laptop for? The laptop really isn't for anything. I'm not using it at all. The issue with the laptop is these USB mics like this, they need to be plugged into a computer. They can't be plugged into just any USB source. They have to be plugged into a laptop. So I got my laptop here, and that's basically all it's here for, is to power the mic. And then I'm just using an auxiliary cord going from said mic all the way into my camera there. And so that's how I'm getting the audio straight from the mic. I literally found things around my house. That's the biggest thing. You want the table to go up about waist high, which it does for me. And then I elevate the microphone a little more so my mic can get up here, so I can get that in the shot mic. Some people like that, some people don't. I personally like when the microphone is in the shot. So yeah, that is what we are working with. So all in all, like I said, I just use things that are already in my house. Like most of you probably already have a laptop. Most of you probably already have a camera. You can do that with a cell phone as well, like my Android phone over here. It has the 3.5 millimeter jack, so not a big deal. I can just use the phone in place of my camera. But most of you guys at this point should already have a camera of some kind. You should have a computer of some kind, or laptop. Most of you have a laptop. And like I said, I think the only thing and let's talk about the light as well. I use a Sunpack ring light. I like the ring lights. It's cheap, it moves easy, and it puts off a lot of light. I got that one for about $100, but you can, again, there are more cheaper options. And if I find my box light, you can take something like an LED box light. You'll see those at Best Buy or places like that. $30 if you can put it on some kind of a mic stand, and then put it on a mic stand, and then use something like a sheet, put it at its brightest setting, and then post it up so the sheet will hang in front of it. That'll diffuse the light, so you'll get a nice soft light, and you'll get the same effect or very similar effect. So yeah, a setup like that you just saw, I mean, this one cost me about $85. I mean, like I said, most of this, the light, I already had. I mean, all of this stuff I already have. The only thing I had to go out and buy the other day was this USB cord, or this auxiliary cord. So super cheap setup and super easy to do. This took me about 5-10 minutes to set up. Only problem is the cats. I gotta watch the cats because they're all over the game room. This one right here in particular loves to knock things down, and yeah, he will try to knock down this camera on this tripod, and he knocked down my mic the other day. I was able to catch it, but man, hell of a save. So yeah, he almost played me right there, and I almost played myself for having this set up like this in the first place, because that's super precarious what I'm doing. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and flip back to the other camera, and we'll wrap this bad boy up. Alrighty gang, so that's pretty much gonna do it for this short video, but just let me know what you think. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. Questions, comments, concerns, threats. What do you think about this little DIY setup that I've posted? Let me know what you guys think. If you try it yourselves at home, show me some videos, send me some links here in the comment section below. I'd love to check them out and see what you guys come up with. And yeah, good deal. As always, if you like this content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, you'll be glad you did. I do believe that's all I got for you. Lightsaber Samurai out. Peace.